I hope you are doing well. Oh my goodness. So I can't step away from the Idaho 4 case right now. Even though I'm also following the Megan Boswell trial very closely, I'm like really into quite a few cases right now. I'm spread really thin when it comes to the cases because there's so much being revealed right now. With the new information in the latest hearings of the Idaho 4 case, it has me thinking of older information, and now with the new information, adding it together and going, okay, wait a minute. I think I'm seeing a little clutch of the puzzle pieces coming together. Not necessarily the whole scene, but more information because it's being added together through what we're hearing from Ann Taylor talking about DM. Right? And the running up and down of the stairs multiple times. She goes on about it 4 times in her affidavit, which never even gets put into the PCA. Interesting to say the least. So we're going to be talking about that and some of the older information that we know, as well as the blood that's attached to the handrail. All of this could very well add up to a bigger piece of the puzzle. So I invite you to tune in. Open discussion today. I don't have a lot to show you, just a few clips. But I want us to discuss the little bit of information that we do know to see if it holds water. Do we believe that? Do we believe DM or not? How do you feel? And so I have a live audience. Welcome to 1111 True Crime. I'm Mama D. And yeah, we have a lot to kind of dig into here. Let me say hello to my beautiful moderators, Debbie Guzzardo, Jennifer Swain, Zoe, Rach Not That Rach. And let's see, who else do I have with me today? If I left anyone out, please forgive me. All right, you guys, so what are your thoughts on this whole concept that we don't even have a PCA that is based off of what the affidavit of the actual witness said? So Ann Taylor went through her paperwork and she was like 4 places where DM alleges to have hearing someone traversing the stairs up and down, or whatever. We don't know the actual movement pattern. It wasn't clarified word for word what that was, but the stairs being used. And I'm like, okay, I just need to wrap my head around that, because then in the same hearing, she goes into about the unknown male blood DNA that is attached to the handrail. And then I'm remembering Steve G, which take it with a grain of salt, pinch of salt, but this is early on before he got all drinking the Kool-Aid and on the Kohlberger train, right? He went into this whole scenario about how someone had said, I'm here to help you, and then chased the victims. And so I'm all like, okay, wait a minute. DM does have a quote, allegedly, because we don't know what her real affidavit is, but we have the PCA, and it says, I'm here to help you in there. That the witness, DM, is alleging she heard someone say, I'm here to help you. And then I've got that memory of Steve G talking about someone chasing them and saying that. So I grabbed that clip to share with you, of course. And then, I don't know why, but intuitively, it led me, the next thought I had is the 4 people running in the shadows from the cam, the chest cam. And I'm thinking, I'm here to help you, could not. Oh, so then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm here to help you may have been a second attacker or a third attacker. I'm here to help you commit the crime in a sense. And that's what Steve G was saying. So up to this point, I personally had always heard "I'm here to help you" as almost an offer of help toward a victim, which is sickening anyway. But then I thought about it. We've got multiple unknown male DNA. We got these people running away. And even though you don't care for some of you don't care for Banfield, right? Angela. She happened to be the one covering that. So I'm going to say hello to a few of you because it is a live audience. Remember, if you're in the replay, I value you very much. Make sure and leave all the comments you want down below. You don't have to apologize if you have multiple comments. It always helps me out to understand how you're feeling and what your thoughts are. I'm observing like you. I don't know who did it. I have suspicions. But that's all I've got, right? So, let's see who we have today. Randy Fur, hello to you. And hi, Vid. Hi, Bam Bam. Hi, Audrey H. and Prime Candy. Nikki UK. Good to see you all. Audrey, how are you doing? Carrie Ann, good to see you. There's a lot of you here, so I just want to say hello and welcome to everybody. I covered this case from the very first day. I took a little reprieve off of it for a little while I covered a different case, and I'm back because there's new information. So let's go ahead and let's get chat pinned on the board, and we start our day off with 20 gifted memberships from Zaxxon. That blows my mind. Thank you so incredibly much. I don't even know how to say thank you other than we are all very grateful that you are so generous, and we appreciate you very much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Always puts a smile on my face to see members. We do have a members live that we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of every week, and it's called TC Radio. Carrie Ann just gifted 5 memberships. Welcome, everybody. Carrie Ann, thank you. Thank you so incredibly much. And welcome to all of our beautiful starlights. And yeah, we're Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We'll get together for TC Radio and a little gaming as well. All right, you guys, I'm going to break out the PowerPoint. So, I'm here to help you. That is allegedly what the witness heard. The roommate, the one that didn't get attacked, that allegedly saw, what's up, Jackson? Saw this, right? Saw this person who didn't even recognize Brian Kohlberger as the person she saw. Did not recognize him. So it's not an eyewitness that IDs Kohlberger at all. Hold on a minute. We got a sleepy boy that's trying to climb in my lap. Right, Jack? Yeah. Quit licking. You know we don't do that. So, let's get into this. And I wanted to cover this first. Like I said, there's 2 things here to play. Hey, Viv. Hey, Noelle. I like looking at the older stuff when we find out new stuff, because for me, I'm not going to be like, oh, this new information replaces old information. No, it's just more of the story. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. We've got this unknown male blood on a hand railing. We have an eyewitness that alleges that she heard multiple times of the stairs being used going upstairs and down, but that the defense attorney, Ann Taylor, is saying, well, it can't be the victim. Victim's in the bed, dead already. So at the point that in saying that, my question is, how do you know on a time frame that the 2 victims upstairs are already deceased based off of hearing someone run up and down the stairs? what do you know in this crime that says what time it was that this witness is alleging to hear the stairs? How do we know it was prior or after? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. I mean, there's got so much information sealed. Of course, we're not going to have the answer. But there's more to it that we are absolutely not being given. And that is that they have allegedly a time of death based on what Anne's saying of the victims upstairs in the statement that the defense attorney is saying. Because she's saying this event could not have been true because we already know that the victim is deceased in her bed before that. So there's something that is telling us the time of death of these two victims upstairs. So if there's running occurring after, see, and if it's not an event that happened at all, if nobody ran on the stairs, then how would you even know if it was before the victim or after? You'd have no time. Truth train coming through. Noel says, remember when Steve G said there is a capital business decision being made on top of justice system? Yeah, I actually had that interview. You want to listen to that interview? Let's go ahead, stay on this first. But yes, I do have that interview. I do. And I believe it has a lot to do with the economics of the town. I mean, think about this. So, long time ago in history, there was this family called the Donner Party. Some of you probably have heard of it in the United States, and some may not have. And the Donner Party was made up of many families, hundreds of families. And they decided, as part of the gold rush, if you will, to rush to California. But they took what was known as to be a shortcut. And they had to do it before winter hit. Well, winter hit early, and all of them got stranded. And only the children survived. And they survived off of cannibalism. And so it was later known as Donner Pass. That's where Kylie Rodney's from. And in that, they built an entire society built on that legend, that entire story, and it boosted the economy. So could there be an economic gain to this as long as they control the narrative? Absolutely. War in itself is great for the economy. Best economy boost there is war. It's crazy. So I'm not saying that there's not a group behind all this pushing a narrative. I am agreeing that there is a group. Could be this group you guys, this white supremacist group you're talking about. But when it comes to the actual red rums, I think it's a lot more personal. Personally, I just do. And I want to listen to Steve G here talk about how he's alleging, where would he have got this info anyway? I don't know. Is it believable? I'll let you be the judge.
Any effort at this point for prosecutors to say, look, we could put him away tomorrow, we could end all of this? The death penalty is what's going to take this time. Has there been any inkling towards the potential of maybe striking a deal, taking death off the table for a conviction?
You know what? Idaho's still small. And when you hurt our family, when you kill our children, it still matters. And all the way to Brad Little, we've talked with people that actually have stepped up and said, hey, we are going to make sure that this individual is held to the highest Supreme Court level that we possibly can. So there probably is those thoughts, but nobody's around to even hear them because they know I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not here to compromise on my daughter's name We are going to go for the ultimate level of accountability. I mean, we're talking about people that were in their bed, and if we believe the affidavit, this individual looked at somebody and said, I'm here to help you. If that's not cruel, if that's not disgusting, when that person could have turned around and left the crime scene, but he said, I'm here to help you, and chased that person down, there's gotta be a line that we write as society.
Said, I'm here to help you, and then chase that person down. Where'd you get that from? If you feel me, like it's almost as if we're missing something here. Like the dog being recorded on a camera, but the screams not be. The dog had to be a lot closer to the camera, in my opinion. Logic tells me that the dog was not inside the home, but still in a muffled environment. A car makes perfect sense. People have claimed that they've seen the dog in pictures in a car. I never have been able to see it. I tried. It's blurry. It's pixelated. I don't see it. But Kohlberger would never have put the dog in the car. Could the dog have just been randomly outside while this is going on? Could the slider been used, let's say? I just don't understand the running of the stairs, the blood on the railing. That seems connected to me. I don't understand if they let the dog outside and they shut the slider so the dog was on the outside barking and barking and barking and barking. That could be. But then the dog winds upstairs. It's enough to make your brain hurt. Claire Lynn said, a big, fat, juicy hello to mamas. Hello, lovely. Hi, Laura. Hi, Lori. Ned Muse, could the red rummer have run back up to look for the knife sheath after red rumming those on the second floor and ran back down? Well, they had 8 hours to find the knife sheath if they thought they lost it. But did you hear what he said? Steve G is alleging that this person announced, I'm here to help you, and then chased the person down. I'm wondering if it wasn't to a victim, I'm here to help you. This is what's got me. I'll never shake this. And if I was a defense attorney, I would be playing this somehow in court.
Any effort at this point for prosecutors to say, look, we
Watch
can put them away tomorrow. We
close.
could end all of this. The death penalty is what's going to take this time. Has there been any inkling towards
Whoops,
the
wrong
potential
one,
of maybe...
guys. Wrong one. Here we go. Almost. It's worth the wait.
4, almost as though they're walking in single file. Out at night at 3 o'clock in the morning, actually closer to 3:12 in the morning. And as you watch those 4 figures, remember, police say the murders happened between 3 and 4 in the morning. Did those people see something? Who are they? Have police tracked them down?
Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. That's a lot of people. So that makes more sense. I'm here to help you. Like, to commit the crime. I mean, if that many people that we're seeing on this camera are coming from the direction of the murder house, they're caught on cam and they're never questioned. They're never identified. They don't even look at that. I mean, are we supposed to just forever wonder if the unknown male blood that's found attached to the hand railing belongs to one of these fellas? That's just what we're stuck with. It's dodgy. You're right, Ocean Deep. Randy Fern, more than four people saw the video somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna try to let it play all the way out. I'll make it really big for you. I might talk over it a little bit. And I might stop it a little bit. We're gonna rewind it. Okay, watch close where this circle is. All right, so the red rum house is over in this area. And this video is going to go into detail about where this is actually located.
4, almost as though they're walking in single file. Out at
1,
night,
2,
at
3,
3
4.
o'clock in the morning, actually closer to
Try it again.
3:12 in the morning.
1,
And as
2,
you watch
3,
those 4 figures,
4.
remember, police say the murders happened between 3 and 4 in the morning. Did those people see something? Who are they? Have
We're
police
gonna
tracked
break
them
this down.
Asked them any questions, ruled them out? And again, if they're ruled out, did they see something as they were on foot, walking just steps away from where the murders happened? We do not have the answers to this, any of it. But as usual, our senior national correspondent, Brian Enton, is live on the case.
And
tonight he is
JD's
standing
DNA
in that
is at
exact
the house,
location,
Noel.
right where that body cam action took place. So, Brian, for us looking at it on
Hey, Big
television, it's
CT.
hard to get the exact perspective of where the officers were standing, what direction their body cams were pointing, and where those 4 mysterious figures were walking from and to, and how far away they were from the actual murder scene. So can you take me there and help us get a...
So she's saying, can you go to the spot where these people were and then show us the murder house and where they're going? And that's what Brian Enton's gonna do. And it's by a ginormous trash pile. Don't you wonder if that's where the weapon could have been put?
feel?
Yeah, it's very confusing when you're looking at the body camera video. So hopefully we can give you some perspective.
So that's Sigma Chi right there. That's the fight house. I say the fight house. That's where the fight was between Ethan and Santa and people from Sigma Chi, allegedly, right? And then Santa goes home with Ethan. Ethan follows her back to her home at 1122 King Road. Now keep in mind, Ethan's very own mother states that Hunter was asked by Ethan to walk him back to his place. He did not want to go alone. It sounds like he was already worried that they were going to get jumped. And that's before we have a red rum of 4 people. So then, to make matters even worse, they get back to the house at midnight. They eat pizza. We heard that through family saying that they were eating pizza or had just eaten pizza when they made the call to Xana's dad. We also have a receipt. Thank you, Jules of All Trade, for sharing that there's a Domino's Venmo. Domino's is a pizza place, all right? Venmo between Ethan and Santa on that night. So it's paying for pizza. So this is family getting a call from Santa at midnight saying something's terribly wrong. There's been a huge blowout. The dad is even thinking about driving over. See, he's over by the daughter in Pullman, the other college. Jasmine's over that way. But the dad's like, maybe I should come there. Santa just had her locks changed, so there's some issues going down. Now, interesting enough, we've also got problems with Kaylee and her ex. In a sense, they're broken up. She's moving home. She's come back for a visit. And my question is this. none of us know if Adam, who's in the same frat as JD, the ex, those two are, I found the photograph of them together in the same frat, right? And I know the frat. Okay, what if they're friends with some of the other Sigma Chi, and that this is a favor, pat yourself on the back, you do each other's crime. And that could be why we have two different things going on here. You take out my ex, I take out this person. I don't know. But something's going on between these two places, between the Sigma Chi. Xana's panicked, and I mean, you call your dad, you're panicked. When you tell your dad that there's been a fight, you know he's going to take action. So you're not going to call Wolf, right? And it's obviously not a insincere worry because she's no longer alive in the morning. So to me, this is evidence that we're looking at, and why is it not being shown? Why is this not something the defense is focused on?
This is banned field. This is where the alcohol call came in. The young men were here in the field when the police first showed up. That is the Sigma Chi fraternity house right there. So
do you realize how close they are? There's about a 3-minute walk between Sigma Chi and the Red Rum House, 1122. 3 minutes. 6-minute walk if you were like back and forth, right? A round trip is about 6-minute walk. Prosecution saying the crime took place in 13 minutes. If I had 13 and 6 for travel, 13 for the crime, we get 19. Everything in the 4chan was about 19 minutes flat. It talks about almost this exact scenario, which happens to get caught on camera. It's mind-boggling.
police walked those young men across the street. This is Taylor Avenue, right to this spot right here. I was able to identify it because of the fire extinguisher.
And that is the spot.
And they were standing in this spot.
We all know it so well.
The young men, and the body camera
Now
video was
stop right
pointed
here, guys.
this way.
If you look, there's a porch light back behind Brian Itten's head, right here. This is a garbage mound. If a weapon or anything got stuffed in that, who knows? It could have gotten hauled off, and there went the weapon. Anyway, they went right past that garbage pile, directly past it. Their heads were captured because that porch light is on. That was that light that's silhouetting their heads.
And it is over my shoulder where you could see very faintly what looked like several people walking fast or almost running by in the
Walking fast or running by.
background. And I want to walk you over, Ashley, and give you a little more perspective. It was somewhere
Do you see?
in this area right here, and we can tell because we analyzed these lights of this little apartment building. It was somewhere right in this area. There's another big apartment building here. The question you might be
He's
having
exactly
is how
right.
close is this to the house where the murders happened?
Look,
Mo is gonna point in that direction.
do you see the red light? Right here? Look past it. Right there, where I've got my cursor on top of the bedroom light. See it? That's how close they are.
Our producer is up there. She's gonna flash a flashlight,
Watch.
Ashley.
Flashlight
you see that
right up
flashlight
there.
flashing right there? That is right in
Yeah, I
front
do.
of the house where the
That's
murders
right in
happened.
front.
So it's all very,
Right
very
in
close.
front.
So what we're effectively seeing is, like, if my eyes don't deceive me, about 200 yards away from where Mo is flashing the light at the murder scene,
200 yards.
those four figures were walking where you're standing. It's that close.
It's that close, and it appears, again, it's so hard to see it in that body camera video, but when we zoom in, it does appear that the figures are walking / running from the direction of where the house is where the murders happened. At first, I thought they were just walking down Taylor Avenue.
Now, I've always found it interesting that Kaylee's phone went off network at 2:52 p.m. or a.m. Sorry, 2:52 a.m. Her phone goes radio silent. That would be interesting, because then if you were dealing with this entire scenario, did one of those kids have a jammer? You know what I'm saying? Like, to jam the signal. So if we took 2:52 and we were to add on, it would be 3:10. This would be basically wrapping up. Makes you wonder, the timing is so tight with that 2:52 and this. And this ends at 3:12. They're walking past here at 3:12 because it's on the dash cam time. So if you took that 12 minutes and the phone going dead off network at 2:52, you'd have 8 minutes, and you'd have 12, you'd have 20 minutes, which is damn near about as close to 19 minutes as you can get, which is the 3 minutes there, the 3 minutes back. And I've always believed that the second that that phone left network, that's when all hell broke loose. But that's just my opinion. What are your thoughts? Independent thoughts? PD would have had a jammer. Did the cops wear K-bar knives on duty? Joe Neeks. I do not know that answer. I wish I knew that. But you see these 4 figures, right? Should I back it up or should we keep going? Let's keep going so that you can see this whole, like, it's all nested really tight. Here's Sigma Chi, here's the Red Rum House, here's where the alcohol arrest is being made at the same time at 3:12 a.m. These 4 figures are running by on the screen. And like I said, 2:52, Kaylee's phone went dead. 3:12, these people are running by. 12 and 8 is 20 minutes. It's very close to the 19 minutes alleged in the 4chan. It's never left me. And to think about, I'm here to help you, not being said to a victim, but maybe amongst the group, I'm here to help. And maybe it wasn't multiple sounds going up and down the stairs, as this witness says, but multiple attackers going up the stairs. That's what I'm wondering. And then that male unknown blood DNA on that railing, it just has me kind of like, is it one of these people? And how could we ever know? Because this isn't being pursued. And I feel like the ball just gets dropped. It's just so frustrating.
But when I got out here and really looked at everything, it appears they might actually be coming somewhat from the direction of the house.
And then just point to what direction they're headed. From what I'm looking at you straight on, just point the direction they were headed.
Okay, let me show you again. So up there on the hill, that's where the flashlight is flashing. That is where the house is, where the murders happened. It appears they were coming from that direction, and that they were going this way, back
Sigma
towards
Chi is the only
Banfield,
place there.
back towards
There's
the
nowhere
Sigma Chi
else
house
to go but
where,
Sigma Chi. It's
where the
a
police were.
Banfield.
And it's sometimes, I just want to make sure our audience is
winter.
clear. It sure sounds like you're saying Banfield, like the name of this show, or my last name. It is B-A-N-D, as though it's a school band.
Oh, we don't care. I mean, how can they not look into this? How can this not be part of the investigation in itself? Hey, Long Beach Hippie, hello. Sounds like a member of the guys' fraternity, or possibly several guys went and did this. Since fraternity is like a cult, no one will talk and the truth will be kept secret until someone cracks. Thank you for sharing your theory and your opinion. Musical Contessa, those of us watching really appreciate content. Excuse me, I'm still getting over chest cold. Discussions that encourage probing questions. Hi there, hope you are feeling lots better. Well, thank you. I am feeling better. Karen Bell says, definitely outside grub food, all eyes. Kaylee in the fight starts in club. Santa and Bloke leave, they continue out club. Sorry, Karen, it was a little broken up. I didn't quite follow what you're saying there. Evelyn Guyman, hello. Methinks the money are flying behind the scenes. That's a good question. Danger Zone says, isn't it basically law enforcement duties to make sure to question and sort out alibis for all those folks on camera? You would think so, right? I mean, how many billions of dollars are we spending here? And we still have these 4 individuals that are unknown and unquestioned and never pursued. Hey, Mystery. Good to see you. I like your name. Miss Q, how are you? Jan Millen says it really does stink. It upsets me when justice doesn't happen. So, I mean, when they don't even do a proper investigation, and that's what Ann Taylor has said. There was no proper investigation. 0. If there had been, you and I wouldn't even had a video today. This would have been part of the evidence, in my humble opinion. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not qualified to make any statement other than share my opinion. And I think it's common sense, and that's all you gotta have, that these people should have been very closely looked at as to why they're coming from the direction of the home at 3:12 a.m. when one of the victims' phones went dead at 2:52, off network completely. And then I have to ask you a question. And I'm going to leave it with this. Let's get the PowerPoint off. Evelyn, thank you, lovely, for the $2 snippet chat. Thank you very kindly. I got a big question. Now, I believe, personally, that the X and Sigma Chi and Adam all should be looked at much closer than they have been. I don't know if they're guilty or not. I'm just saying that's where I'm stuck. So I got to thinking about this, and this is where I'm going to leave you today. Now, if you're in the Jay Slater case, make sure and jump over, do the time warp with us. We're going to do a reading on Sluggy Luggy. Just saying, buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a bumpy ride filled with sharks in the water. Anyway, here's the big question I'm going to leave you with. So, out of the information that we do know, we know that Kaylee was asking for help, in a sense. Come over tonight or I'll take the dog and leave. She wanted JD to come over, allegedly, if it's her on the phone, if it's really her. So, I'm here to help. Could that have been JD? And how he so easily got into the house because he wouldn't have looked like a Killer at first. He would have just been here to help, right? And it could have went very wrong, very quickly. But it would make a lot of sense if your ex-girlfriend had been desperately trying to get a hold of you, even saying we have a dog together, come over, and as the family said, begging and pleading for you to come, that you're now here to help. And that statement makes a lot more sense considering the circumstances that were going on. But hey, I could be wrong. There might be another reason that that was said by someone else. Let me know what you think. Who do you think said that? What do you think they were hearing on the stairs? Do you think that this entire 4 silhouettes running across the camera of the police department should have been looked at more carefully? Let me know all your thoughts down below. All right, my lovely Liz, it's that time. We're going to do the time warp again. It's just a jump to my left. And hang on tight. We're going to do a reading on Lucky. Woo, the waters are going to get very busy now. Figure he deserves it. He's harassed everybody else long enough, right?